Hi, my name is Jillian, and I'm going to be talking about personality and culture and how the two intersect. Personality is our unique makeup, it's our unique behaviors, our unique cognitions, and it's also our unique predispositions. It is how we act. The unique enduring behaviors and cognitions that each one of us has, irregardless of what type of environment that we're in. Up here, you might notice this doll hanging from my chandelier. Her name is Annabelle. She's an example of my personality that is enduring across environments. She's an example of my sense of humor that is a part of my personality traits. She was given to me from one of my jobs that she was a part of. It sounds funny, but it's true. And she has been with me at several different jobs. She's hanging on this chandelier because we had a party, and she's hanging up there to greet our guests as they come through our front door. So I'm at work and at home with a variety of different people. She represents one of my personality traits, and my sense of humor. It also it goes along with culture, right? So in the American culture, individuality is something that's highly valued, and so it's something that our culture tends to want to accentuate or reward people that have more of those type of traits than other people. So there's been a lot of different research in regards to personality and culture. There is a lot of different ways that you can get to know your own personality better and understand yourself and others, your family members, your coworkers. It's really helpful to better understand each other in those ways. Our behaviors are enduring across situations, right? And so if I know that my staff member is likely to have a particular type of reaction in one situation based on their personality traits and their culture, I can better support them. I can better understand what's happening so that we can work together more cohesively. And it's less likely that that person and I are going to misunderstand each other based on our culture and our personality traits. So there's a 5-factor model that is one research model that has had a lot of research done in regards to it. And what it tells us is that there's 5 factors of personality traits that are enduring across cultures. And each person has a varying level of these 5 different factors, and the 5 are conscientiousness, openness, extroversion versus introversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. Those 5, each one of us have them in varying degrees, and they're depending on the culture that we're in, we are more or less likely to express each one of these based on what our particular culture values more. So, for example, extroversion is something that in the American culture is more valued than introversion. Introversion tends to be a bit misunderstood, and what these actually mean is how each individual person recharges their internal resources of energy. So extroverts they need to have more interaction with other people and be in groups and gatherings so that they can recharge their energy levels and really nourish themselves with that. Introverts need to have more solitude in order to recharge their batteries, if you will. Neither one is right or wrong or bad. It's just a personality trait. In the American culture, extroversion is valued over introversion, which means that we are those people that are more extroverted tend to be more successful or are seen as more successful because they are more extroverted, and they are more likely to interact with many other people and be outgoing in that way. So these the way that the traits are expressed are subject to our culture. Our culture is a variable that can it adapts our personality traits to a degree. But irregardless of what culture you're in, these are the 5 personality traits that are enduring across. There's some debate that there's other traits that could be added to this, but there's more research that needs to be done before that comes to fruition. So one thing that is, it's not necessarily a personality trait in my opinion, but something that affects our behaviors and could affect the way that our personality is seen and how we utilize our personality traits to interact with our world is the locus of control. So each one of us has, again, I feel like this is on a scale, but each person has a either external locus of control or internal locus of control. There, I think that you can be have like I said, on a scale of this, and maybe have more of an external locus of control, or more of an internal, or a little bit of an internal locus of control in some situations, but maybe more external in other situations. Basically, locus of control is how we view our ability to affect change, or how much control we have over our own thinking, our behaviors, over our relationship with our environment. So if I have an external locus of control, then it means that I believe that my behaviors and my relationships with my environment is dependent on those factors that are outside of myself. I don't have control over those because it's all based on what's outside of me. So I don't have control over what grade I get. It's all based on what my professor thinks that I'm deserving of, or and so to move on to internal locus of control, with an internal locus of control, I do believe that I have my behavior and my relationship with my environment is independent and dependent on my own behavior. So going back to grades, right? So my grade, if I have an internal locus of control in regards to schooling and grades, then I would believe that my grade is based on how hard I try, what the effort I put in, the amount of research that I do. It's based on my own behavior, what grade I get, as opposed to being dependent on my professor or my environment or whatever other factors are outside of myself. In the American culture, we tend to value internal locus of control more than external locus of control. I know that this is true in my profession. I'm because I'm in the American culture and in my profession, I am really consistently teaching people how to have more of an internal locus of control and how to seek that out so that they can have better results in their own life. So they're not feeling like they're dependent on external factors in order to affect change in their own lives. I am sure that if I was in a different culture that more highly valued external locus of control, I would be doing the opposite. I would be teaching people to have more of an external locus of control and how to understand how external factors can affect them and how they can use that to have more success or how better meet their own goals. So there seems to be there's differences across cultures. There still needs to be a lot of research done in regards to personality traits and culture and how the two interact with each other. There's still not enough information in regards to just how much our culture affects our personality traits. I Anecdotally, I personally think that there's a lot of biological and I think that there's a lot of biological traits and genetics that support our personality traits, provide us with personality traits. I also think that there's quite a bit that's inherited and taught to us that is cultural. So that's my take on personality and culture and how the two intersect. Thank you.